Was good, was good. It's not so bad, Philly. It's not so bad.
Come on, man.
Hey, dog.
Yo, MoneyPot about to start.
I know, I'm coming, man.
Yeah, grab your notepad, man, for real.
All right, dog, fuck it, man. Come on.
Yeah, man, they be spitting shit, man.
True.
Yeah.
Sorry, dog. Let's go.
Money pop, money talk. All they do is talk facts. Bird gang. All they do is talk stacks. 360 on the new view. Go run, tell the ad. 40-yard dash time. Moss Money Podcast time. S.co headlines.
And we are live. I want to welcome everybody back to another episode of MoneyPot Podcast. And I know the temperament, the feeling of this city is just like, just a letdown. But right here, I'm trying to bring the energy back up. We're going to win y'all some money today. I got some free bets along the way today. We're going to talk about last week. We're going to talk about this week. Obviously, we're going to talk about the Birds, the Phillies, the Sixers, all that jumbled up into this emotional bag that we have as Philadelphia fans right now. But you know what? We're going to bring it up a little bit, and we're going to have a good fucking time this morning. And I'm going to win y'all some money. We're going to win some money today. Let's get the poll question up first for the day. Let me see if I can find it. And it's a good one because I know I've been down. I've been down on the Philadelphia sports as of day and things that I've said. I've talked about Fletch, right? I've talked about Hurts. I've talked about Sirianni. I talked about this Eagles team just in general. And I guess we don't have the poll question ready to go for us. So that's fine. I'll get it together. The poll question of the day is, here he is. Never mind, my bad. There it is. The poll question of the day is, Nick Sirianni will win with Jalen Hurts as a starting quarterback. Agree to disagree? Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, all the above. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, notification button, and let me know. Tell me, because I've been the negative person every show you've seen, right? I've been the guy who's been looking, I want to look at the glass at half full, but I'm looking at it like there's nothing in the glass in the first place. So Nick Sirianni will win with Jalen Hurts as a starting quarterback. Agree or disagree? I'm going to say agree. And I'm going to tell you why. And it's weird because I haven't been a Hurts fan and I haven't been a Sirianni fan from what we've seen. Because I think Sirianni has been this fanboy for us, right? We're looking at Sirianni and he's just Googled at everything. He's Googled at cheesesteak. He's Googled at pretzels and water ice. He's Googled at the Rocky Stadium. He's Googled at the at Dak. Like he's like a deer in the headlights. He's like Ben Simmons driving to the lane. You know what I mean? He's a deer in the headlights right now. Bdiddy, what's up, bro?
What's up?
So, but I think that he's a very young coach and it's showing, right? And then we have Jalen Hurts, who's only had 7 games under him. It's showing, right? But I think that it takes time. We got too sucked in as Philadelphia fans with that first win in Atlanta. We got too sucked in with this pause. I'm sorry. We got too pulled. Oh man, can't even do that one either. Pause again. We were still too wrapped up in what happened last year at the end of last year because we saw Hurts shine a little bit. Now we're seeing the bad part of it. But I think there's still time to make it's not about winning and losing at this point. It's about finding out identity of what the Philadelphia Eagles are at this point, what we have in a starting quarterback. I'm on the other side where I don't think that he's very good because he crosses all the T's. He dots all the I's. He shows up early. He stays late. He's doing everything he needs to do to show that he's a leader, especially as a black quarterback. That's so important today. But there's a difference with talent. There's levels to it. And usually it's the other way around. You come in with all this talent and you don't know about the preparation that you need to take it to the next level. But what hurts right now, it's the other way around. He has the prep. He has the preparation. He's doing all the right things. But he just doesn't have the arm talent to take it to the higher level. He doesn't have the talent, and the eyesight to make it go to the next level. And that's the problem. That's what we're seeing. And Sirianni's offense, I think I said this on Wednesday, Sirianni's offense needs a talented quarterback from what I'm looking at, from what I'm seeing. Right? We can't just Doug win with a bad quarterback. And we've seen that. I don't think Sirianni can, man. So like I said, man, thanks for everybody joining, man. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, all the above, man. I got my boys with me. Look like everybody in the house. Renzo, what's up, man?
Yo, what's up, fellas?
What's good? So real quick, man, as we start off, we got to get this off our chest before we get into the games, man. We got my man Tone at 11 coming back, giving y'all a lot of free prop bets. He's been on fire this week, so I can't wait to see what he's got. I'll go to you, Bdiddy, man. Agree to disagree to the poll, man. Nick Sirianni will win with Jalen Hurts as a starting quarterback.
I mean, you can see it on my face.
Right. I'm switching it all up. I gotta fight another way. It's easy to say disagree, so I gotta fight.
Well, I mean, I just think it's still up in the air. It's a lot of youth on our team. We spoke about this preseason, right? We spoke about this before the season started.
Yeah.
The Falcons were who the Falcons were, and they opened up and did a great job, and everybody got hype on the hype train early.
Yeah.
But I look past the glimmer and the glamour. You know what I'm saying? So I look deep into football and I see, and you heard me, through our text messages, I'm like, pump the brakes on Jalen, bro. There's a lot of things I'm seeing that's even watching this Falcons game that I'm really concerned about. That was one, him too quick to get out the pocket. I'm not sure if he's comfortable or if he can even see inside the pocket. That's the first thing. Right? So he's too antsy and trying to move out the pocket, which should be something that is being practiced on weeks that we're not seeing him. But he's still young, so he still has some time to grow. So I can't say or agree or disagree. I just feel as though it's still too early. You got a young coach, a young quarterback, young receivers, new offensive coordinators around him. So it's going to take some time. I'm not a Jalen Hurts believer as a starting quarterback in this football league. His career at football has showed me that, and for me, it's kind of showing right now. But does he have sparks within his game? Absolutely, right? He can get some things done. So I'm thinking that he can grow on those things. But for me, no, not as a starting quarterback. As of now, he has not shown me that he can be that player. So I know the way the NFL is and the way Philadelphia is. It's one of those things as though, are we going to be able to give him the time to grow? And I don't know we're going to be able to do that, especially in this win down league. So if I was to be honest with the poll, I would say no.
Yeah. Renzo, I don't know if you can see the poll real quick.
Renzo a Hurts guy though. I ain't gonna let that slide. Renzo.
I'm going right to the Hurts guy. I'm going right to the Hurts fan. Nick Sirianni will win with Jalen Hurts as the starting quarterback.
I mean, I'm not a fan of Nick. I'm not a fan of Nick, right? So, for the fact that you do have questions around the whole team and some of the things that Brent pointed out, you certainly can't disagree with. I think it just him winning is just low probability. I feel like. So the question I think is a little skewed. It's not just about Jalen Hurts. I mean, the whole team is young. There's a lot of holes and spots where they're. Where you wouldn't like him to be. So I just don't like Nick. I don't think he has shown adjustments. I'm not sure the way he even handled Jalen Hurts, how much he has control of the locker room, how much guys buy into him. So I'm not a fan of Nick. I wouldn't put it on Jalen Hurts. I don't think Jalen Hurts is the deciding factor if Nick is successful or not, though.
I mean, to what you're saying, though, And we
But
ran
he's
the
a
ball 3
quarterback.
times last week. Like what the
Right.
what the fuck
Right.
is that?
So and to my point
And it's going to
about-
be so catered too right now. Watch they come. They're going to run every play now. It's just going to be
Well,
ridiculous.
but the thing is that Dallas had brought the blueprint out. So see, now I was always concerned about the Dallas game because they are so quick at the defensive position, especially at those key positions to keep Jalen Hurts rattled. Now it's at the linebacker positions and the edge rush positions.
Yeah.
So that's now the blueprint going forward. It's going to be rough sledding for the Philadelphia Eagles, not because they're playing good teams. It's because Dallas, everybody's going to the Dallas tape defensively, right? Everybody's watching that tape, and that's going to go trickle right on down the line. And like you said, we don't make adjustments. So it's going to be rough, even when we're playing tough teams. So, I mean, regular teams or average teams. We're going to have a tough time because the defense is going to be able to look at that Dallas tape, make sure almost play a wide 9, and hopefully you got some fast linebackers that can, slow up Jalen Hurts when he wants to go to what he's used to doing, and that's his legs. So,
yeah, I hear you. All right, let's we can talk about this all day, but what we're here for is to give people the plays, give people the bets. Let's get it popping. So last week, yesterday on the membership team, we had a so-so start, and then we picked up really hot. We had a nice parlay hit in the membership team. But Army and Florida killed us at the end, man.
Killed me too.
Kind of brung us back to kind of even. We might have made a little bit of money, but that Army definitely hurt bad, and then the Florida was on one of the teasers that we had. So real quick, real recap, Renzo, how'd you do this week on the betting week, and were you hot, were you not, what's hitting for you, straight parlays? Right now I've been hitting a parlay every weekend, so parlays have been my thing so far, even though I'm not a parlay fan. But I got some free parlays for people today, some long shots, so make sure you stay tuned. But Renzo, tell me, man, what you been doing on the betting week so far?
Yeah, so man, I my straight plays have been okay. I had an in-game parlay start the week with Green Bay. So that was good. Missed a couple 3-team super teasers. I had took records yesterday with the points, teasing to like 21. I know how I got tied into that, but so that kind of killed me, and that's what I did. But I ended up taking Penn State with the 12 points late last night.
Yeah.
A couple bigger plays. Took some live bets on DraftKings also. So you can't complain. Took Ohio State live a couple different times second half.
Right.
That game. So.
Right,
so.
But Bdiddy, what's up with you, man?
Man. Yesterday was another bad day for me. It's probably up. I want to say like 8 units, maybe. That's a mix. I did lose Army. I had an Army on a few of my teasers, so that kind of fucked me a little bit. But I was bouncing back on some second halves. Yeah, true. And then some straight plays I was actually hitting on. Big play for me was actually that Florida game. And I want to say the Stanford game. And shout out to Julio, who said Stanford for sure. So I was able to get on that Stanford side and get on the upset. Got me a little nervous when Oregon came all the way back and actually took the lead. So
cool. Yeah, I mean, but we've been cooking in the membership. So we've been cooking for months. So I can only say it so many times. I'm starting to, when you start getting hate from what you posting, then you're doing something right. Right. So now I'm getting the hate, that people, don't like that I'm posting the winning tickets from the memberships. So I'm putting it up here as always, like I always do. A2D Radio, MoneyPot Podcast membership, only for $9.99. Not only do you get the picks from us, but now like we're getting other stuff. We're getting member-only shows. We're getting appearance on shows. We're getting special shout-outs. So make sure you go ahead and join. We're having a ton of fun playing and winning, right? It's going to be up and down. If you've been in this betting game, it's going to be up and down. But when it's hot, you hit it. When it's hot, you hit it, right? And for $9.99, like it's not even a steal. It's like like you're robbing me. Like you taking money from me, even though I'm giving money back to y'all. Y'all taking money from me because if you go anywhere you find somebody else selling picks, you're not going to find it for $9.99. It's going to be these whale picks for $29.99, $59.99, however, people say it. So, and we still give out free shit. We're giving out free plays. So make sure y'all stick around, man. All right. Yeah, I heard Dalvin Cook is going to play today. So we'll get to that game, man. I saw my man James up there. I ain't miss you, bro, about some of these underplays. We'll get to these. Once we get to these games, we'll let you know what we think about the Titans, stuff like that. I saw a lady on the show here. Vic, what's up? What's up, Tor? Free $10 bet. Eagles money line. Ward anytime. Touchdown. Sanders under 58.5. You just throwing that shit up, baby.
All right, Victoria.
Oh, man.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that one. So, all right, let's get right into it, man. Let's get the music popping. Can y'all hear that or not? Must be coming through the other zone. All right, we'll get right into it. Don't know why that's not working. All right, first game of the day, we got the New York Giants going to New Orleans, and it's in New Orleans, not in somewhere else. In New Orleans, New Orleans is favorite -7.5. Total is 42. Key note thing about this with the injuries, not Galladay. What's his name? Is it Kenny? Yeah, Kenny Galladay.
Yeah, Galladay.
Yeah, Galladay is playing, but Shepard is out and Slayton is out for the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
This will be a big teaser bet. A lot of people are going to be in this bet for teasers for New Orleans to win. New Orleans coming home. Big spot for New Orleans as well, where they're coming home. They're getting in front of the fans. They got the same kind of thing with the hurricane going on. So that's going to be a wild crowd. But do you trust Winston in the spot? Giants are 0-3 right now. Need a win bad. This would be a teaser play if I was on it, but this is a stay away game for me. Two teams that I don't really trust right now. No way I bet the Giants here at all. It's New Orleans or no bet. Bdiddy, what you think?
Yeah, I'm right behind you. I'm not going to spend too much time in this game. I think you hit it right on the head. This would be a teaser game. They're going to be very, very excited, through all the stuff, the turmoil they went through, the Saints going back home and playing their first home game. It's a rough sledding for the Giants to have to walk into that. I really don't see how they win this game, especially being down two of their starting receivers. We already know how Daniels is. So for me, I would stay away from this game. But if I was to go anywhere, lean, maybe buy a point for the Saints. The Saints show you they cannot show up for a football game.
Yeah, that's the thing that's worried about.
That could have been fatigued, though. That could have been fatigued. Them going and moving around, not being home. So I can give them that. Yeah. But I do believe they're going to win this game, and they should probably win by more than 2 scores. So yeah, I would lean New Orleans here.
New Orleans, okay. Renzo, you with me or you got it?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I agree with you guys. I mean, not super excited about the game. It feels like the right game to have in a teaser if you need it. If you need a spot, get them to a win. Giants are a really bad team. I'd probably say they're probably the worst team, or certainly one of the worst teams in the NFL. Especially be down a couple players, be going to New Orleans. You know how that crowd gets, especially what's going on. And the Saints, I don't think are a bad team. I think they're a decent team. Obviously, really strong coaching. It's just a matter of what type of game you're going to get out of Jameis Winston. But I think this is a game where he shouldn't have to make mistakes, right? It's not like you're playing against a great team, like you're going to be behind and you got to throw the ball over the field. You should be able to come in with whatever game plan Sean Payton puts together and be able to execute and never really get away from you. So it seems like a spot that the Saints should definitely win the game. So if I would put them in a teaser. I don't know if I would take them with the points, but put them in a teaser. But like Brent said, they should win by double. They should win by double digits. So I can't make a case that the Giants ever win. The Giants are really bad.
What's strange though is the line opened at 8.5. Now it's at 7. That's a 1.5. That's a big drop. So.
Yeah, and it's just like I don't understand that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So stay away.
And that's about 61% of New Orleans losing this home game would be really bad for New Orleans if they somehow lose this game. Whether they cover or not, who knows? Giants defense.
That's why I said it's a teaser game. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, next game on the slate here. We got Houston going down to Buffalo. Going up to Buffalo. Biggest spread of the week. It's at -17.5. Total is 47. Renzo, I'll start with you, man. What you think about this game? Or is this a complete stay away game? 17.5 is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, 17 points is a lot of damn points in an NFL game. I mean, how many times do a team beat a team by 20 points throughout the season? I mean,
Buffalo
it's
Bills
just
the last 2 times.
yeah. I mean, it's really tough, but you know, I
They
wouldn't
covered too.
I
It's
wouldn't
crazy.
be running. I wouldn't be running to the gate to take 17 points for anybody because all it takes is an interception, a fumble, missed kick, anything, and you're like fighting against the points. But if anything, I would take Buffalo with the 17 points because Houston is really bad. Obviously, the quarterback's down. Tyrod Taylor is still down, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah. He's out for
the
a
Bills
while.
seem and the Bills seem to be hitting that stride, and Josh Allen is seeming to get back into last year's MVP form. There's no way that Houston stops them from doing anything that they want. So if I had to lean anywhere, it would be the points, but that is a lot of damn points. But I like the Bills.
So I went to I pulled up, got out of the score, and I pulled up on the Westgate. So this line opened at 16.5. It got bet up to 17.5. 98% of the money is on Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have much to say about this game. This is a stay away game for me. I agree with you. If anything, if you're betting the number, you would go with the points, but there's no way you're backing the Texans
Houston.
in Buffalo at this point. So
Right.
This is a stay away game. I'm pretty sure you're going to pass this game too, right, Bdiddy?
Yeah, if anything, I'll be touching. If I were to touch anything, would be this total. 17.5 points in the NFL is really rough. Like you said, you should be going on the 17.5 point side, no matter who's being played. It could be, Brent and Nate and Chris Farmer out there. We getting 17 points in the NFL. You should definitely be going the plus side, but you never know because Buffalo can throw up points quick. But I think I think Texans are going to struggle to score here. So if anything, I'm looking at the total here and look at the under. It kind of makes more sense than actually the 17.5. It looking like it's going to be maybe like a 30 plus to 10 game. I don't see Buffalo putting up 50 points. Houston have been playing teams tough as far as defensively. So I will look at toward the under here. Maybe not doing nothing crazy, but if you want to tease and get that up to like a 55, 57 point total, that might be worth a play here.
So you gave me an idea to kind of look at something. So right now, total points for Houston, team total points, y'all, is 14.5.
Mm-hmm.
And then home for Buffalo, home total points is 31.5. And looking at Buffalo's last 2 games, they've scored 43 and 35 against bad teams.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that over team total points for Buffalo.
The only question is, do the Buffalo Bills have to score so many points? Like, do they have to run it up? That's the question.
They can't run the ball.
Yeah, but this could be that game they try to, get building their run.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I do like the team total over 31 there.
Yeah.
They've won over that one time this year against the Jags, which is a terrible team.
Mm-hmm.
Jags put up 21. Yeah, I just don't. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the Texans right now. The Texans gave up 31 twice. The Browns and to the and they beat the Jags 37. Yeah, it's a little interesting. This game, like I said, the total will be something I'll be looking at.
All right, we can find something else. There might be a prop in there too. If you got a lot of points, 31 points, there's a lot of people scoring there. So here's another good one for y'all. If y'all looking for some plays in that game, look at I don't mind the Diggs score, anytime touchdown for Diggs at minus 120.
That sounds good.
I think that's a solid play there. So for all my prop bettors, man, I like that one. If y'all looking at this game or getting action on this game, or even a small parlay to put together for yourselves, Stephon Diggs is minus 120 right now for an anytime score. I really like that. I think he gets in the zone today, for sure. That's 31 points. Somebody's got to score. Everybody's going to score. Keep it being with you. All right, next game. Here's a interesting game that I've seen a lot of people bet. We got the Washington football team going down to Atlanta. Washington is favored by -1.5. Total is now 47.5. This opened up Atlanta at -2.5. It got all the way bet opposite now to Washington's favor. I know a lot of people on Washington here, and I'm thinking it's because this defense has got to show up sooner or later. And what better way to do it against probably the worst team, or not the second to third worst team in the league, and the Atlanta Falcons. They compete. Atlanta competes. Heineke has shown that he's capable from what I've seen. When you get Washington in a pick at 1 and 2, they can't go down 1 and 3. Got to win on the road to be a good team. I like Washington here. I would lean Washington if I was going to play this bet. Anybody else taking this, or are we passing this game? We haven't got too many good games yet.
I'm not. This game reminds me of that Michigan-Wisconsin game. And the line started out just the way the betting went. Like where the Michigan, I think, opened up as a favorite. I want to say like 1.5, 2 points, and it went all the way to Wisconsin point. But I thought it was a good value to take Michigan to win. I mean, both these teams, neither one of these teams are good, obviously.
Yep.
I think it should be a tight game. But I think, being at home, if I had to lean in one way or the other, I probably would just take the points in Atlanta, or even take Atlanta money line. Just because they're home, you got the better quarterback play. Presumably, you got the better offensive talent on Atlanta, and you're home. So,
do they really have better offensive talent, though?
I would think so.
They got McLaren. I think Samuel's playing, and then who's the running back? I forget Gibson. Who does Atlanta have on offense outside of Pitts? I mean Ridley.
Yeah.
But that's it.
I mean, you got a better quarterback. Quarterback play is obviously much better.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Significantly. So, I mean, great, touche. Good point. I mean, not that Atlanta's offense is that much better, but if I had to go one way or the other, I'm gonna go with the home team in a tight game. That could go either way.
Money line is almost even money, plus 108.
Right.
Bdiddy, what's up, man? Anything on this game?
No, I'm not betting this game.
Okay.
I mean, the Washington defense hasn't really shown up, which is surprising. I mean, we can hope that they're going to show up today if we're thinking or guessing that they would against the Falcons. But Falcons put up a tough fight against the Bucs for a quick second in that game, and that showed a little bit of fight for me. Them going back home and really want to not have a season that they're looking like they're going to have.
Yeah.
I mean, it can go either way for me. If the Washington defense was who we thought they were, then I would say Washington here. But they're getting up.
I'm thinking Washington's defense is going to show up here.
Why? They didn't show up against the Giants.
Division game. It's always
but they gave up 30 something, almost 28, 29 points in that game. That's a lot of points.
Yeah. No,
you know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm off this game, so we can move forward.
All right. Next game, we got Detroit and Chicago. Chicago is starting Fields, which was not a shock. He was trying to keep it a secret for some bullshit reason. Now he's just terrible. Chicago is -3 right here. Total is 47. BD, I'll let you take this one, man. Anything on this one?
Man, Matt Nagy is the worst coach in the NFL. I said that week 1 when he was making decisions that very first game. I know y'all heard me say it. Like, what is Matt Nagy doing? When they play the Rams, right?
I think so.
Play the Rams. Game was close for a second. He ends up going for it when they could have took the points. It was just some frustrating things in that game. I was like, Matt Nagy is terrible. And then last week just pretty much proved my point. I think it was all over. All the sports analysts was talking about how bad Matt Nagy was with how they addressed that game with Justin Fields going into last week. Hopefully they help him out a little bit this week. I think Detroit is a hungry team, man. So Detroit has fought every single game. Although they're 0-3, they have fought every single game.
They have.
Do they have a chance against the Chicago team? Absolutely, with Matt Nagy at the head coach.
You taking Detroit then?
I might take Detroit with the points here, but I don't like taking bad teams like this.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Are you taking Detroit?
But I'm gonna tell you, man, Detroit give me vibes where they don't quit.
Against some good teams too.
That goes back to San Fran when they almost won. Came back and won, destroyed a lot of people's plays. Last week they was fighting to the very end where the Baltimore Ravens had to kick a record-breaking 63-yard field goal. You telling me they can't fight against Chicago, or are they just so down now? It's like, all right, we tried. But I see Matt Nagy giving them every opportunity to win in this game.
Yeah.
Chicago's defense is tough. I agree.
Yeah. Right.
But the thing that we all are forgetting about, Jared Goff, although he's not an explosive quarterback, he can dink and dunk you to death. And I think that's what kind of keeping Detroit in these games is that he's been dinking and dunking at right times in a period of games. I'm going to take the plus points.
There we
But
go.
it's a strong lean. It's taking the
There
plus
we go.
points here
There we go.
for sure.
Hey, Renzo, before we go to your game, we brought on my guy, man, Tone's Take from Gambling Turner. What's up, bro?
What's going on, Tom?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Hey, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Hey, we want to bring you back, man. You gave us some good prop plays. I actually got some myself. You know, I said everywhere I see you, man, we got to go head to head. We got to go head to head. I don't know why.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Don't know why. I'm just like that. So go ahead, man. Get the people some free prop bets, man. What you got for us today?
Let me get my notepad out.
All right. Locked in one on Thursday night. Miles Sanders. It was 55.5 rushing yards at that time. It's up to, I think, 58.5 on FanDuel. You got to figure the Eagles are going to run the ball.
Yeah, for sure.
Kansas City is giving up 318 yards to running backs this year. Even if this game does get away from the Eagles, I still think this is attainable. So I'm willing to give them one last shot here.
He'll get half of it on one.
We'll see. I mean, he only had three last week? Like that's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. Nuts.
This morning I locked in a couple more. Gesicki over 3.5 receptions plus 126 on FanDuel. I was on it the last 2 weeks when it was 2.5. It was plus 154 and plus 116. Brissett loves his tight ends. You know, it doesn't really go down the field. He had 10 last week and what turned out to be a high scoring game. Yep. This doesn't have to be a high scoring game for him to get the 4 catches. So I like that value at plus money.
Lost your audio, bro.
He's hit it in both games without Jarvis Landry since he's been a Cleveland Brown. He went for 74 last week on 7 targets.
Who are you talking about? We lost your audio for a sec.
Oh, sorry. It's Kareem Hunt over 17.5 receiving yards.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the Browns are going to be throwing the ball a little bit more in this game.
Yeah.
So, I thought about doing the receptions at minus 105. It was 2.5, but I'm going to.
I like that better.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the receiving yards personally. Try to get it on maybe 1 or 2. One or 2 catches. But either one, I think should be fine. So
I like your last 2 so far. I'm staying away from Sanders.
Okay.
Staying away from Sanders.
Next is another plus money play. Knox over 2.5 receptions. It's on FanDuel plus 118. He's had 10 catches on 12 targets this year.
Good shit.
Houston has given up 21 catches to tight ends this year against scrubs. O'Shaughnessy, Hooper, and Njoku combination, and Arnold. So Knox has been getting more involved in the Bills' offense. I love it at plus money.
Can they get rid of Arnold, right? Isn't Arnold in somewhere else now? Arnold's in Jag, right?
He was with Carolina on that last game, but I think he's in Jacksonville now.
He's in Jacksonville, all right.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a couple of late leans that I'm looking at. I haven't locked in yet. They're both plus money plays. First one is Najee Harris over 5.5 receptions, plus 142 on FanDuel. 14 catches last week on 19 targets. I know it was because I think Juju or one of the other receivers was hurt, but they're missing Claypool today.
Yep.
Look, Ben is what he is at this point. Doesn't really have the arm strength anymore. He checks down. Harris is having a hard time getting going in the rushing game, so they're going to use him. Get him in open spaces with some dinks and dunks, and move the ball down the field. So at 5.5 at plus 142, I mean, I'm most likely going to lock it in and take a shot at that.
Nice.
And then another one is Cooper Kupp over 7.5 receptions, plus 115 on MGM. I love this guy. I've always been a fan of this guy, but now he actually has a competent quarterback, in my opinion. He's gone for 7, 9, and 9 this year on targets of 10, 11, and 12. He hit 8 receptions versus Arizona last year. I was on him on week 1 with the Bears pass rush. Arizona is kind of similar with their pass rush. The Rams don't have a quarterback that can running back that can really catch the ball out of the backfield. So Kupp is going to be used on some of those routes. So that 7.5 plus 115 is something I'm looking at too. So
he might have a couple future bets in him. I was looking at him with some future stuff.
Yeah,
like from yards and touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean,
like the way he's going and the way Stafford is looking for him. I don't see them slowing down.
No.
You know what I mean? I don't see them slowing down. Now, before, it was always Woods, right? Woods was getting all the love, but with Stafford there, it's all Kupp.
Yeah. Woods was more of the volume guy. Kupp would hit the reception every once in a while, but now I thought it would be more of Woods last week, but it wasn't. So
yeah, that's all. Yeah, for sure. All right, I like a lot of those. I like a lot of those plays. Like I said, the second two that you said, Gesicki and Hunt, I really like, and then the Kupp. I mean that's. I think you can't go wrong with that. And I got some more for people out there who still listening for some props. If you love your prop plays, I got a couple too. I like Kelsey over today.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's at 78 yards. He's an elite tight end, and you're getting him at. Let me see what that number was. You're getting him at a I think at a steal. He's still the focal point of that offense. So he's going to be used heavy and often. This total is 54.5, which is the highest total. You got to think that KC's putting up close to 30 in this one. So I like Kelsey. Oh, wow. It jumped up. That's at 92.5 right now. Insane. And he'll still get it. He'll still get it. I like him today. Debo let me down. Debo's is it Sanders? Samuels. I'm sorry. Debo Samuels. I like Debo Samuels over receiving yards as well today. Let me go to his. He is at 70.5. Ayuk had a great game, but that was his big game of the year. Right? I was looking back at the trend, and he's still way below in that offense in terms of Debo Samuel. So I like Samuel here over 70.5. Seattle's defense is atrocious. It is a bad defense. So I like here. Here's another one for you that I think is my lock prop play of the day. Let me see if we get that in there. Yeah.
What we got? What you got brewing over here?
I mean, let's get some. Oh, that ain't come out. No, that ain't come out. I gotta work on that. Don't know what that is. All right, I like I just saw Elijah. I think it's Elijah Mitchell is out for the 49ers. We saw this last week with Kyle Chiseki. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Over 13.5 receiving yards. I love that play today. I think there's going to be a lot of out of the backfield quick. His tick and his usage went through the roof because of the depth chart. He scored obviously last week. He was well and used in the passing game. He's the third down running back. Give me Kyle Juszczyk. Juszczyk. Is it Juszczyk?
Juszczyk.
Juszczyk for the San Francisco 49ers over 13.5.
Let me ask you boys real quick about Terry McLaurin, man. I know Heineke loves Terry, man. Do you see an opportunity here with Terry McLaurin getting over receivings, over receptions? What's your idea there? I just know that he loves Terry. Any idea on that?
So it's Washington and Atlanta, right? That total is at 47.5. Let me go to his prop. Right now, his receiving props are 77.5. So the way I break down props, first I'm looking at obviously who they play and what's their pass defense or rush defense or how they go, and then I'm looking back. This is just my process. I'm looking back at the teams that they face. Okay, so Atlanta's faced the Eagles, the Buccaneers, and the Giants so far. All right, the Eagles, it's hard to say. Smith had a big game. Reagor had a pretty good game. So we don't really have a true number one go-to. Now the Bucs have somewhat, but the Bucs also have Tom. That's two, and Tom threw 5 touchdowns. So in 2 games so far, in those 2 games, they've given up 8 passing touchdowns. Right. So, and then they played in the last game, they played the Giants. And they gave up no touchdowns to them. And the Giants just suck, period. So in this game, I think Heineken's going to throw a couple. Player stats real quick here. McLaurin, I'm sorry. He's had 4 catches for 62 yards, 11 catches for 107, 4 catches for 62. So the line tells me it's right there, right? About 70 something. Obviously focused in on the Giants. Didn't have too much usage. But he looks like he looks for him. Well, Fitz was in the first game, right? And then it was New York and Buffalo was really Heineke. So I think you're right there. I think you're right there. I think it'll be a catch or two off if he doesn't make it, and it'll be a catch or two over if he does make it.
I mean, if you look at it, the way I looked at it too is that I think that's his go-to. He loves throwing him the ball. Over the last 3 games, I believe Heineke came in week 2, right? Week 3, right? Wasn't it? So he has what's that? 7 targets, 14 targets, 4 targets against the Chargers. So within the last 3 weeks, we're looking at over 20, 24 targets, right?
Yeah.
Just in 3 weeks of football, we got to be able to hit that, especially against this Atlanta Falcons defense. I'm sure he's going to be able to run across that field wide open in those deep post routes or those little crossing routes that he loves to hit. So I don't know. I'm gonna look at that. That's a good.
His
lean.
receptions is 5.5. So
5.5, yeah.
Yeah, if it's a straight play, you're gonna play some juice, right? It's at minus 146. So
you know 5.5.
Yeah, so his usage is definitely going to be there.
Yeah.
So if you got like a little small parlay going, same game parlay, okay, I would tend to lean to the 4.5. It's just counting how this flow of this game is going to go. I mean, 77, I would probably like it closer to 70, like 72.5. That's where I would like it. But I mean, it's just, it's counting how Heineke have, what's the game that Heineke is going to have. Right. He should hit it, but I think the receptions is telling you that he's going to at least get 6 catches. Gotcha. So what those catches are, I think is where you look at. But that's just how I break it down real quick.
Yeah. I like that too better than the yards. I like the receptions. I don't
the
like
receptions, right?
I don't like the juice, but 5.5 I like.
Yeah. So I got one more, and for everybody who just jumped on, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification. Make sure you follow my man Tone Takes on Twitter, giving out free prop plays almost damn near every day. He does every sport, baseball, football, and now your thing is hockey, right? Your go-to is hockey too. Yeah. Right. So hopefully look forward to following you and learning a little bit more to up my hockey game. But I got a crazy bet. So we've seen all these parlays, these $25 16-team parlays that have hit crazy or come close to hitting with cash outs and stuff like this. So I don't have a 16-team, but I have a 4-teamer that's paying out 20,000 to 1. 20,000 to 1. But hear me out. It makes sense. Believe it or not. It makes sense. Okay. So everybody get your pen and paper down and I want you to take this in and break it in. Y'all didn't even pick up paper because y'all know this shit is bull. It's such a long shot because we're gamblers. So we really know 20,000 to 1 ain't going to work.
Shit ain't working.
but hear me out. Here we go. So everybody listen, this is a free bet. And I need my tips if y'all hit. Derrick Henry to score 2 touchdowns.
Oh, that's an easy one. That's a lock.
Hold on. I'm not done. There's the pen. I see the pen coming up. So Derrick Henry to score 2 touchdowns. It's a 14 parlay. Alvin Kamara to score 2 touchdowns.
Oh, well, there we go.
That's Eckler to score 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
Start off good.
And then you check on my over 13.5 receiving yards. What's the sweat? Who's the sweat in that one?
You got 2 sweats. Eckler 2 and Kamara 2.
Why not just take them down to anytime scores? What's the odds there?
All right, let me lock it up. Hold on.
Don't be too greedy, my G.
Yeah, take the 12,000 to 1.
We want realistic bets. God dang. You got a dreamer bet out here.
All right, hold on. Let's switch it up then because I like this. I like how we're doing this live. So we got Kamara in there, and then you said take Eckler. Because, you know what I mean? Because Eckler is going to be our Monday night game, right? So it'd be the big sweat for Eckler.
Kamara hasn't scored yet all season. You can just give him 2 touchdowns a day? Jesus.
I mean, it's against the Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else is going to score? All right, so we went from plus 20,000 to plus 2,000. Big difference,
to
obviously.
plus what? 2,000?
Plus 2,000, which is still a decent bet.
Yeah.
It's plus 1,800. So $100 will win you 1,800. So if you guys don't want to gamble and you want more of the safer bet, here's the bet again. I'll read it out for you again. It's going to be Derrick Henry plus 2 touchdowns. That's going to be Kyle. How you say his name again, Brent?
Uchek.
Kyle Uchek over 13.5 receiving yards. He plays for the San Francisco 49ers. And then we got Alvin Kamara from obviously the Saints to score anytime, and Austin Eckler to score anytime. That is a 14 parlay plus 1,800. Now the other side of that, if you're feeling like the Powerball is the Alvin Kamara and the Eckler 2 score touchdowns, that'll put you at plus 20,000. It makes sense to me.
I like it.
It makes sense. The Giants are terrible. I mean, he could score 5 touchdowns again, but I would think one of them would go to Kamara, right? You know what I mean? Then hopefully he gets there on the rush. And then kind of same with Eckler. You know, but I think the Eckler was more of the sweat in my head.
That should be a high scoring game at least anyway. So you should definitely get your.
But they got so many weapons with Allen and Williams.
Yeah.
You know, they got a lot of
More to
weapons.
score rushing or any touchdown, just score a touchdown.
Any touchdown.
Oh, okay. I was going to say rushing
impact.
touchdowns a little tough because I don't think the Giants have given up too many rushing touchdowns. I think they only give it like 2 rushing touchdowns in a year.
Yeah.
They're pretty strong in the goal line.
Yeah.
But now that you can get a swing route or something like that, yeah, that's possible. Yeah, for sure.
All right, we got a fantasy. We got some fans here for Tone, man. We got a fantasy question. McLaurin or Hunt? Flex, non-PPR.
Ooh.
Oh, non-PPR.
Non-PPR.
Oh, what kind of league you in, bro?
Non-PPR, I'd probably go McLaurin just for the money. Yeah,
for sure.
PPR, I would probably lean towards Hunt.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, I like that. All right, Tone, man, I appreciate your time, man. If you want to stick around and do some plays with us, you feel free to. If not, man, I know you got a lot of plays out here, man. If you guys haven't followed him, man, make sure you go to Twitter, man. Follow Tone Takes. Especially if you do a lot of other bets in terms of hockey, baseball, a lot of those bets, you know.
I got a quick baseball one if you want me to give it out real quick.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Juan Soto under 0.5 hits plus 180 on DraftKings. There's no way Boston is going to pitch to him. Chris Sale's on the mound, very tough lefty who Soto has never faced. I cashed this on Friday night. He had 4 walks, and last night he didn't even get a hit. So at plus 180, I mean, Boston just needs to win to get in. So this dude ain't going to give him anything to hit, and if they do, it's going to be outside the zone. And I think it's a good it's a good look. Not an under guy, but I won't be watching this. I'll be watching football, so I'll check it later.
I won't be watching. I'll just see if the account goes up. I feel that. You said Soto under 1.5 hits?
No, 0.5 hits. So not
0.5 hits.
Not to record a hit. Yep, it's plus 80 on DraftKings.
I like that. That's a lot of plus EV there.
Yep.
So Tone, is it Tone Takes or Tone Stakes?
Tone's Takes.
Tone Stakes. It can go either way, right?
Those takes. Yep.
You can go Tone Stakes or you can go Tone Takes. It go either way.
If I start winning some money, I'll switch it to Tone Stakes.
There you go. There you go. All right. I was like, you right there. You can play with that one.
All right, Tone, man. I appreciate you jumping on. Like I said, if you want to hop on, man, for another game or two, just let us know, man, and we'll go through the round table and play and get these games.
All right. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna head off.
All right.
Good luck today.
Yep. See it.
All right. See you.
All right. Thanks, Tone, for jumping on, man. I hope you guys got some value there. I hope you guys got some plays, man. Always good to give out some free plays, man. All right, next game of the slate. Let's keep going here with these 1 o'clocks. We got Tennessee facing the Jets. Tennessee is now favored -6.
That's right.
Total is 45.5. Renzo, we haven't heard you in a while, man. What you think about this game, man? The line is dropping towards the Jets. Brown is and Julio's out. So I'm assuming they're thinking that how is Tennessee going to score? And that's why I love that Derrick Henry plus 2.
Yeah, I'm on that.
Touchdown.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I mean, Brown and Julio being out is definitely tough, but the Titans still should win the game. The Jets are a really, really bad team. So if I had to lean anyway, obviously if you could get the Titans down to a pick, you would feel good. But I probably stay away just for the fact that both those guys are out. You just never know. But I can't see the Jets winning though.
Okay. All right, yeah, my bad. Go ahead, do your thing, Renzo. What you got, Bdiddy, on this game? Anything?
Yeah, I already got Tennessee in the play. I got it earlier this week, so I got them at a pick in a few plays. So Tennessee is one of my heavy hitters
You gonna be
today.
watching this thing, boy.
But I'm not really worried too much about it. New York defense is giving up 23 points a game. Obviously Tennessee knows who they are. So even with their two top receivers out, they usually stick to the run and then go past second. So, it's not too hard to really just hit a few receivers, which I think Tannehill can do. He doesn't necessarily need all those big time receivers to be successful, although they help. But I think they're going to really just rely on a heavy run game. I also would look at the under here in this game too, because if we're thinking they're going to start handing the ball off a little bit more, we already know that the Jets are not going to be able to score against that Tennessee defense. So we might want to look at the under also here. But
I'm going to back up. My man James Little up here, he had asked about this game too. Two plays that he was looking at was the Texans.
Yeah, unfortunately, James.
Go ahead.
Unfortunately, I don't think you're going to get that 45 anymore. I think it dropped. Right? Then
remember, James got them funny lines with his book.
Oh, shucks. That's right. Well, if you can get 45, I do like the under here 45.
Yeah, I like the under here too as well.
I see it being like a 21-10, maybe 21-13, something like that. I think it's going to be like around that era. I love the Tennessee Titans here, regardless if AJ or Julio's out. They'll be able to just consistently run through that run play action game and be able to move down the field.
I hope so.
That's what we're hoping here. That's what should be able to happen.
I hope so. And I think we had talked about the Atlanta-Washington game too early, James, and that under 47 as well. I like that play as well. I like both these plays. Here's a good play for you here, man, James, if you haven't locked it in, and for everybody listening. Another two-team teaser here. Two-team teaser with both of these plays that James has up here. Tick that total up. So James has different lines here. From what I can see, this is 45.5. That Atlanta, Washington was 47.5. So they actually kind of ticked up a little bit here. So what I would do is tease these either 6 or 7 point teaser, counting on how you feel. Two-team teaser with these totals and tease those up on the under. So this would become with 6.51. This would become 53. I think those are pretty safe plays here. The Jets ain't putting up more than 21 points. I'll tell you that. Good bounce back spot though. The reason why the Jets are getting money here. So let's look at this play a little bit deeper, right? We understand what Tennessee is. Tennessee was a dark horse for for a run in the AFC Championship and even the Super Bowl. So you got to think, you're looking at, Tennessee can beat the Jets. The reason why our Jets are getting some respect here is one, the injuries from Tennessee, right? So Tennessee really becomes kind of one-dimensional, and then even though they kind of were anyway, but one-dimensional. And then the Jets is coming off one of the worst performances from their quarterback probably recorded ever. I was listening to another podcast, and he's literally out of, I think, the number one since like 1960 since they started recording. He's literally the second worst starting quarterback ever. Like literally. And we're talking about all quarterbacks ever. I'm talking about hearing names that we haven't heard in years, like Nate Bateman or Perryman or something, whatever he was in Buffalo.
Peterson.
Yeah, Nate Peterson. I'm sorry. So you got to think he's going to bounce back. You got to think he's not going to he's going to throw a couple of touchdowns at least in this game. So that's why the Jets are getting some love here and some money are coming on the Jets. All right, next game. Let me see if my music working, man, because we've been quiet in the background. I haven't been able to play my music. I got a lock here, man. I really like this play right here coming up. Let me see here. Let me go to my sound real quick, man.
What game you going to?
What game I'm going to? Yeah, I had to go to the Westgate, John, man, because it was output. That's what it is. My bad. That's what happened. All right, here we go. There we go. My bad, y'all. Lock of the day for me here, man. We going with Cleveland, man. Love Cleveland here today against Minnesota. Cleveland is now, it was up to 2.5, but now it's getting bet down to -1.
Wow.
I really like, man. I like Cleveland in this spot, man. And Minnesota's getting a lot of love, but I still don't trust them.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland really easily beat. Like, let me ask you this question: if Cleveland's 3-0 here, if they hold off and beat the Chiefs, what's this line? Right, this line's got to be at least -3, at least 2 points up or so.
I don't know, man. I think they're both kind of like-headed monsters here.
Really? You put Minnesota and Cleveland similar?
Yeah, the way they play. I mean, obviously Cleveland's defense is really crazy, but I mean, Cleveland's coming off that. I mean, they played the Bears, and the Bears didn't. The Bears only pass block 5 against arguably the best defensive end to ever play.
Right,
Myles Garrett.
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on in and help them out. So I just feel like Minnesota's kind of, they've been rolling a little bit. You know, I know they only have 1 win, but they've been looking pretty strong. And you know, I'm not a Minnesota guy. Yeah, but I think it's going to be much closer. I think the line is really where it needs to be. I think this is a coin toss.
But
you got to lock it up. Lock it up, baby.
Lock it up. I'm locking
it
up.
Man.
I like Cleveland here, man. Just to win the game. I'm a Cleveland fan today.
Just to win. Well, that's 1 point. You're going to be good.
Yeah, man.
I might follow you, though. I might follow you on that.
I like Cleveland today.
Dalvin Cook's back. He's playing.
Yeah, but is he 100%?
I don't know, but I kind of like the Vikings here, man.
See, I'm telling you, it's a coin flip.
You like the Vikings? I mean, we can go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, they're a good team playing at home. You get Cook back. I didn't like the way Cleveland looked the past 2 weeks, to be quite honest with you.
I agree.
The Browns were obviously atrocious, and you really pulled away from them late. Didn't really impress me. I guess is still out, so you're down at Beckham. You know, Beckham played well. I think being in there, make some nice catches. And then Houston, if Tyrod don't go down, you lose that game.
Facts.
I was all over that. I was all over the Texans on lose points. So really, the last 2 games, you haven't really played well against bad teams. So I think you got to go on the road in the dome against a good team getting their best player back.
Hold on, you think they lose?
And you're gonna be hearing that. You're gonna hear that horn. That horn goes.
That's a good.
You think they would lose that game against Houston? I mean, Houston was a bad one.
Yes, bro.
But it was
they
were
down.
Tyrod was tearing that ass
up. They were down.
What do you mean they were down? It was a tie game by half. It was 14-14.
They were down at one point in that game. They were down 21-14, if I'm not mistaken, in that game.
They were down 14-7.
Yeah, 14-7
That's not out of the game.
Yeah, they were down.
I'm not saying Houston was playing well because we gave Houston on this show. We all liked Houston on this show. So I'm not saying Houston was playing well. I think it's a big if they win the game. I'm not sure if they win the game and Tyrod finishes. They compete to the end.
When Tyrod went down, they was up 14-7.
I like to check that score. I want to say they were down 21-14 at one point.
No, it was 14-7.
It was 14-7. I'm looking at it right now.
It was. Tyrod went down. They were 14-7.
Yeah.
But I think they had to punt. I think they were moving. They had to punt, right? I think they had the ball. Tyrod went down. They had the ball up 14-7.
Probably,
and then once he went down, they had the punt. And then that was the turn of the game.
That was the turn of the game.
But either way, I'm with you, Renzo. The Browns, they got to show me more. But if it's your lock, baby, I'm not going to go head to head with you. I'm not going to go head to head with you. I'm probably not going to touch this game. The line is where it should be. I think it's a coin flip. I think Minnesota's been playing well. So, yeah, man. I mean, I'm rooting for you, bro. Hopefully they do it.
I'm rooting for me, too, and everybody else out here. All right, next game. We got the Colts and Miami Dolphins. The Colts are...
That's right, Nasty. Cousins is balling, man. He is balling.
The line is 2.5. Miami's favored by 2.5. Total is now ticked down to 42.5, man. Colts are 0-3, which is crazy. Renzo, you got the mic still, man. Go ahead. What you think about this game?
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough spot for me. I'm gonna lead the game alone. I ain't gonna touch it. The line is kind of interesting. I think they're Brissett is kind of like I think he's a quality backup quarterback. I think he can move the ball, kind of dink and dunk you. Miami, I think for the past year and a half now, has been playing really tight games and competitive. I think the coaches down there got those dudes playing the right way. And the Colts have struggled. Even though they played some good teams, they've been competitive. It's kind of tough, man. I wouldn't be surprised if the Colts won this game, but the line's also saying that Miami should win.
Yeah,
the
line.
game.
It's just because the Colts have been so bad.
Yeah, so it's.
I mean, they're
it's
an
kinda,
0-3 team. So,
but they play some good teams though. They play some
They
good
did.
teams.
And they have question marks at quarterback. I mean, he's like, I think we've said it multiple times. I don't think I've ever seen anybody fall from grace like once. Like in literally 2 years.
I wasn't a Wentz guy though, so.
No, yeah, but I mean, he was an MVP candidate, and he was looked at as one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the league at that time, and now he's looked at one of the bottom 3 quarterbacks right now in a 2-year period. Got hurt, had a hurt team, but he battled, and then he was gone, and now he's in Indy, and it's the same thing. It's the same story. So, but I think I agree. I think Brent, you had mentioned it earlier a little bit before, or it might have been you, Renzo. I would lean Indy here. You got to think that they get an all-out effort to get a win here, and you could take the points to, protect the investment. But if it's me here, I really like the money line here. If I'm playing it, to take Indy to win the game.
Yeah.
This is a must-win game for Indy. They can't go down 0-4. If they go down 0-4, it's pretty much over. I mean, it's almost over now. I forget what the percentages are for a team that's 0-3 to make the playoffs. I think it's like less than 20%, if I'm not mistaken. But if anything, I'm betting Indy here and betting the money line. Bdiddy, got anything on this game, bro?
Yeah, I wouldn't touch Indy with a 10-foot pole. That's just me. On this game, I think Miami. I think everything you guys are saying is absolutely right. They're 0-3. They can't go down 0-4. I just think it's going to be tough for them to go down to Miami. Definitely in that heat too, and try to pull off a win. Miami's played tough, even with Jacoby Brissett. I mean, even last week they took. I want to say they were up, right? They took the Vegas Raiders to the wire, right?
Yeah.
And Vegas is tough, man. I think Vegas is probably the most underrated team behind my Denver Broncos. I told everybody about, mind you that, right behind them. So I think the line is right where it is. It opened up at 1.5. Now it's 2.5. I mean,
that's better.
They're saying that Miami at home is better team than Indianapolis, and they should be.
I agree.
So yeah, I would go Miami here. I'll go head to head with you guys on this one. I think Indianapolis goes down 0-4. They put pressure on Carson Wentz. Them bum ass ankles start to crumble a little bit, and Miami get the win. I mean, they're fighting too. They see the light open. They can. They already beat the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? That's a big win for them. Yeah, they see the light opening a little bit. I like Miami.
I hear you. It's like Carson got crossed over or some shit. Both ankles gone. All right, next game.
Our money up.
Yeah, somebody needs to make a gif of Carson getting crossed. Carolina Panthers at the Cowboys. Yeah. I saw a Cowboy fan in here somewhere. Had to take that shit down, man. We ain't trying to hear that shit right now. Carolina traveling to Dallas. Dallas is favored by -4. This line was at 5.5, and I think that Carolina has an argument for being one of the most underrated teams here too, with those Raiders here. Carolina, one of the few undefeated teams left at 3-0. Don't have CMC. Dallas is coming off a big win and a statement win, I think, stating that they are for real, beating the Eagles here. So somebody called me up today, asked me about this game. I'm going to say the same thing I said to them. If I'm betting the game, I would have to take the points here. Now, I'm not betting the game, but I think CMC hurts. Obviously, you take a big weapon like that, but I think Carolina still has weapons in terms of their receiving core, right? They still have some weapons from the receiving core, and they have the number 1 rated defense in the league right now. Dallas still has injuries on defense. And obviously we know Dallas offense can score. The question is, can Carolina keep up with them or keep them out of the end zone enough? And I think Dallas comes a little bit one-dimensional because I think Zeke is an Eagle killer, and what Zeke did against the Eagles was what usually Zeke does against the Eagles. But against this front, against this defense, against this coaching mismatch as well with Rule and McCarthy, I think I give the edge to Carolina. I think there's a little bit of overreaction here to Dallas and beating a bad Philadelphia team. So I actually like Carolina. I would lean Carolina here if I'm playing this game.
So me?
Yeah, go ahead. You spoke up.
Yeah,
you want to take this, boy.
I like the Cowboys here. If
I knew that's because when you said it was on me, I'm like, oh, this motherfucker like the boy.
I like the Cowboys. Now, I got a rule. I never bet bad teams. I never take the Cowboys. I rarely take the Cowboys just on principle.
Holy shit. Hold up, y'all. I just got to think. Lane Johnson is inactive.
Mm.
Woo!
Hope y'all got y'all picks in early.
I hope y'all got y'all picks in early. Go ahead. My bad, bro. Wow.
Let me get that in right now.
Too late. You might be too late. That shit might be off the board.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I look at the Panthers, and they haven't played anybody this year, right? They beat up on the Jets with the second worst quarterback ever in history. Bad team. Then they beat up on the Texans without Tyrod, which would be the second worst team in the league, or third worst team in the league.
I like where you're going with this.
And they beat the Saints, who I guess the verdict still is out, but I think you caught them on a bad day. And okay, you got to win against them, so you should have the number one defense when you're playing 2 of your 3 games is against the worst teams ever, and the second worst quarterback ever, and your third game was against a quarterback who has been known to throw a lot of picks and just play awful game. So I don't really buy into them having a number one defense at this point. Then you look at Christian McCaffrey being down. Obviously, he represents a lot of their offense. Now, I do like the coach down there, and I think they've always played good for the past year, similar to the Dolphins. But I think in this spot, you'll have to show me that you can do this against a quality offense or high-power offense like the Cowboys. So I think the Cowboys will do what they want to do, and they run on high right now. So I like the Cowboys in this spot, to be honest.
You just swayed my pick, man. Good breakdown of this game, man. I didn't even think about the quality of opponent that Carolina was facing. So good handicap right there. So now you swayed me, man. I would be on Dallas as well, maybe by a point and just pay the juice. For that -3 instead of that -4, but you might like that -4 too. Bdiddy, what's up?
No, I'm not touching this game. I respect both these teams. So with that being said, I'll let these guys fight it out from a sideline and then figure out from there. I think Dallas is a real team. I think they're the best team in the NFC East. I think they will be a playoff contending team. I think they will be fighting for a championship. I think they are solid at every position. Dak has looked like, arguably, if not the best quarterback in the league right now, the way he's been playing. Definitely comeback player of the year right now. I know we're still early in the season.
Yeah,
and hopefully for Dak, he can just because I like Dak, right? I like his integrity. Hopefully he can make it through the whole season without any type of injury. And then you're looking on the other side with Carolina Panthers is that quiet team that nobody's really paying attention to because one, their star players always hurt. But Sam Darnold's playing out of his mind right now.
Yep.
What a difference it makes when you change location out of the New York Jets. So, I'm going to watch from a distance because I think it's going to be a good game to watch. I do think it's going to probably be in the 20s scoring. I don't think it's going to be a low-scoring game because I think they both can move the ball. So I think if anything we're going to look at, what is the total, Nate? My computer jumped off.
The total in that game is 51.5.
It's a little high up there. I do think they get in the 20s, though. So it could be – you might want to look at something, maybe bring a tease down and go on the over side. I do think they both hit the 20s here.
Yeah, I like it. I like it too. All right, so I just dropped a shocking note. So for those who got their bets up and looking at FanDuel, looking at right now, this line should be ticking up even more. KC against our Philadelphia Eagles. Lane Johnson has just been scratched as inactive. So now you have Brandon Brooks, you have Lane Johnson, and you have Salam. How do you say his last name? Isaac Salamano.
Yeah, Salamano.
He is out as well. Makeshift offensive line. The line right now I see, let me update it because it should have ticked up to at least 7 at this point. And it has. It is now at -7. KC is favorite -7. Coming to Philadelphia.
It'll be 7.5 to 8 probably the next half
Yeah,
hour.
this is going to keep kicking in. If you don't have Kansas City on a teaser right now, you should probably drop off this podcast because you haven't been listening to us for over the last year, right? Because
And watch the Eagles. Watch the Eagles win outright.
man, the Eagles ain't fucking winning outright. Shut up.
Watch the Eagles beat the Chiefs. That's
The
gonna
Eagles
kill
are not-
everybody.
It's
Hey,
no way.
yo. And then we gonna be looking like,
And I'm not
who
joking,
are these
bro.
Eagles?
I'm not joking at all. I just got an update right now that Lane Johnson is inactive for this game. Don't know why. Don't know how. I just got an update. Lane Johnson is inactive for this game. So, we have much to say on this game, or should we keep it moving?
Let's keep it moving.
Keep it moving. All right, we'll keep it moving. Sorry, y'all. We don't want to give more bad news about the Philadelphia Eagles and about this Eagle team right now. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. All right, next game. 4 o'clock games. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 o'clock games and then the night game. Yeah, Steve. You know what I mean? We got to keep this thing moving, bro. We got to keep it moving, man. We can't stick around for the bullshit. We need to get people these plays and these bets, man. You already know. Like I said, if you're not on KC right now as a one part of your teaser, you can forget it, man. All right, here we go. Lane Johnson, personal matters. So he does. I know him and Brooks have something with anxiety. So I wonder if that's how part of it. But all right, next game. Probably the game of the day. Well, no, one of the games of the day, if not the game of the week. We have the 2 undefeated teams, Arizona Cardinals at the Rams. Right now, the Rams are favorite -4. Total on this game is 54. Anybody got anything on this game? Where's y'all locks, man? We went through the whole 1 o'clock. We don't got no locks from y'all.
Well, I had a part lock. I told you I went big. My lock is Tennessee and
KC
and Kansas City. Yes, that was my lock, and I got it earlier too. So
okay.
that was
right.
a five unit. So I'm hoping Tennessee can pull this one out. This game is going to be a good game, man. I kind of take the same stance that I do have. It's a 4 o'clock game, so I'm going to see how my 1 o'clocks go first before I touch this game. I think it's going to be a competitive game. I really do like the way both teams are playing. The team that I think bends first will be the Arizona Cardinals because they have a history of not really taking advantage of opportunities when they have them. They kind of do a lot of risks and sometimes they fail. So for me, I like the Rams here. I think what's the line? 3.5, 4?
4.
Is that 4 now? Yeah, give me the Rams at home, man. I mean, man, Murray is an amazing player to watch, the way he moves in the pocket and he just does his little magic and stuff. But I mean, that D line for the Rams is going to give him a little bit of hell. He's going to be running for his life all game. So give me the Rams here. I like the way they're playing. They'll be 4-0. Arizona's still a good team though. They're just not going to be this is a tough matchup for them away.
Yeah. Renzo, what you got? Anything?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's just a tough spot for the Cardinals. I agree with everything Brent said. I think they're a good football team. They're just running into a tough spot team that's really, really hot. You see what they did last week against the Bucs, which was probably the game I was looking at for them to really let me know.
You going in and out there, bro.
If they're there. So you're talking team that's really I agree with Brent. Yo, can you guys hear me better?
You going in and out. All I hear is I agree with Brent. So I heard at the end. So I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Oh, good. Yeah, my bad.
No, you good. No, but I got that part. You agree with Brent, man. And I think that's the first time I think all day that all three of us was on the same side, man. That should be a lock play. I mean, it should be a play to look at here. You know what I mean? Like I said, you guys said, make sure you go follow us on Twitter, on MoneyPot Podcast on Twitter. I'll always put up live bets and live plays on Twitter there. So once these 1:00 games come around and we look at these 4:00 games, count how the day is going, might be a couple plays out there to look at. Yeah, I know, Vic. Are we going to die? Agree or disagree? That's why we kept that thing moving. Tor. That's why we think that kept. We couldn't. It's just, we can't have anything nice in this city. It's ridiculous. We can't have anything nice. Next game, Seattle at San Fran. Seattle is traveling to San Fran. San Fran is favored by -2.5. The total is now bet up to 52. If anything, I like the total here. Seattle's defense is atrocious, and San Fran just scores. They find ways to scores. I like and I was already on the prop bet for Debo Samuels. I'm sorry, for the over here. So that's a play that I'm looking to lock in as well. But I'm not playing. I don't have a side. It's hard to bet against DeRuss in any facet, but he needs help on defense, big time.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I know I'm gonna go with Seattle here.
Okay.
San Fran is riddled with injury right now. I know they're down a few offensive and defensive players in the backfield. I want to say Elijah Williams, right? He's out. Josh Norman just got there. He's already out. Who's the other one? Williams.
Out too?
Yeah, Norman's out. Williams is out. A couple other players is out. Greg.
You said Williams. Who's Williams?
That's the other cornerback.
Both their starting cornerbacks are out?
Yeah. Or at least limited in practice this week. I don't think they're out. I'm sorry. I don't think they're out. They were limited in practice this week.
Oh, okay.
So they're not 100%. And I know Tyler Lockett got hurt too. He hurt his hip, right?
Yeah, I did see that. I mean, now that you just the way it's setting up for Metcalf.
Right. It is. You're absolutely right.
It's setting up for Metcalf to have a day today. So for those who still with us, man, look at I'll go ahead, bro. I'm gonna look at.
No, that's all good. I'm gonna take Seattle plus the points here. I think the way the San Fran plays football, although they're a solid team, they play in the hands of Seattle. Although Seattle's defense has been trashed, right? It's kind of like how they played the Eagles, right? Eagles have showed you who they really are, but they kept this game pretty much close all first half, kind of going into the second half. And then San Fran kind of opened up with a couple of big plays. I think Seattle's a little bit better with the explosive plays. So I think it kind of plays in the hands of Seattle here. Give me Seattle with the points. If you can get up to 3, maybe by half a point, get it to 3. Should be a close game, but I like Seattle with the points here.
Metcalf props are 81.5 for receiving. Anytime touchdowns, pretty much even money at -108. Like that. What's up, Don? Quick question here. Did y'all bet the under on the Saints game since Slayton and Shepard is out? So we talked about a 2-team teaser, betting that total up. So if you like that 1/2 of the side, and I forgot you're a Detroit Lions fan too, so we actually like Detroit too as well today.
We do.
But if you do a 2-team teaser, you bet that under up, and then on the second half, go KC. So the Saints and Giants, bet that total up, and then play the under, and then KC. I'm all on OKC even now. It's going to get ridiculous today in Philly. They might leave the stadium by the second quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to get ugly.
Yeah.
It's going to get ugly.
No need to boo though. I mean, Philly fans, I know we really strong on our fans, but listen, sometimes we are who we are, and there's no need to boo these guys. Like they're young. Let's not drill these dudes so hard. Give them the opportunity to learn and get better. We put all our heart and souls into our games week in and week out, and I understand. But sometimes we got to look at the picture. If we just not good, we just not good. And sometimes we got let it be. But we don't need to boo these guys off the field. Kansas City is Kansas City.
I heard that.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Sometimes there's no need to be booing all fucking time.
Renzo, what's up with I don't think I heard from you. Seattle and San Fran, what you thinking? Renzo, you hear me? He must be driving.
Yeah, man, I agree with Brett here, man. I like Seattle. And, I'm starting to feel, first thing I thought is Russell Wilson. I'm starting to feel. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
No, you're good.
My
You're
speaker
good.
may be going up. Can you?
All right, he dropped. He must have been had bad.
It sounded like he was with Seattle.
Yeah, he was with Seattle though. All right, next game. Baltimore and Denver. Surprise team that we had that the homie Bdiddy had called very early in the season.
Before the season.
Right, before the season. I'm sorry. Baltimore is now a pick traveling up to Denver. I got a feeling this is a lock play for you here, buddy.
It's not.
Okay.
Listen, I like the Broncos. It's tough to play in Denver. I feel, to tell you the truth, man, I feel like Lamar has had a hell of intro to his season, right? September been pretty rough for him. He's seen some tough games.
Yeah, he's battling though.
But I think he was wasn't he? Was he practicing all week?
So yeah, he had a lower back injury, like a supposedly lower back flare up. But I think they just said it's not a major injury for him that's going to affect him. It's just having like lower back spasms.
Yeah,
hopefully that doesn't happen during the game.
Right, and I think that's not good when it comes down when you're playing. I don't know how it does when you're playing in altitude.
Yep.
But also just having any type of lower back tightness or spasms is not good, especially mid-game. He can be out the game really quickly. He'd make one jerk or movement and it just tightens up on him, and then now what? Right? They don't have a backup quarterback either, right? I think he's out too.
McLaurin,
I think he's still hurt, right?
Yep, I believe so.
So for me here, the line is where it needs to be. You would think that it would be a little bit swinging toward Baltimore. I think they get a wake up call after they play Detroit. But give me Denver, man. Give me Denver at home.
Mm-hmm.
That home crowd there in the altitude and not a 100% healthy Lamar Jackson. Give me Denver minus the 1. It's not a lock for me, but it's definitely a play.
I see it as a pick right now. So
okay, I'll take the pick. I'll take the pick. I'll take the home pick here.
Crowd would be too drunk. Yeah, they will be, because they just got the news that Lane is out in the parking lot, and it's just like, all right, what we gonna do? We might as well keep getting drunk because this shit gonna get ugly. Right? Yeah, big blow, bro. Big blow with Lane being out, man. It sucks. All right, we got 3 more games here, and we'll finish it off. Next game, Pittsburgh Steelers at Green Bay. Green Bay is now. So hold on. Before I go to that, let me just give you guys an update, because I was just looking at the lines with all these injuries and stuff, kind of reporting and see where the money is. Just 2 things that I noticed that switch. More money is coming in on the Jets, which I don't like. That line is now at 4.5. I mean 5.5. So it's dropping. Other thing, money coming on Dallas. That line is ticked up to minus 4.5. Obviously, the Chiefs have ticked up to minus 7. And the Rams line got hit. It is now at minus 3.5. And now, like you said, Denver is now favored at minus 1. Are the things that I'm saying. So just keep you guys up to date with those line shifts.
Damn, that fucking Tennessee moved down to fucking 5.
Yeah, that went to 5.5 right now. Money's pouring in on the Jets. Right.
I mean, do they win? Did the Jets win? No, right?
I don't think so. But I'm assuming they think it's close by at least a field goal or so. So we'll see. All right, next game, Pittsburgh at Green Bay. Green Bay is now favored at minus 6. So, and just for you guys to know, when you look at different books, you look at FanDuel and DraftKings, they're going to favor their lines a little bit to their books versus what, like, I'm looking at the Westgate. So right now, the line for this Pittsburgh game, for this Pittsburgh Packers game, is minus 6.5, but I see it at 6. So sometimes things haven't updated from Vegas yet. Don't know yet. But right now it's at minus 6. No Claypool. I'm not sure how Pittsburgh wins this game. I'm really heavy on. I would very heavily lean Green Bay, especially at home. If you don't know, Rodgers is like 125 and like 15 at home. His record at home is ridiculous. Another good teaser here would be Casey and Green Bay, both to win the game. Love that teaser. if you don't have that in already. That would be a pretty big heavy unit play for me if I was playing it. There's really not much more to say. Pittsburgh looks bad.
Mm-hmm.
They look real bad. So I don't know if you have anything on this play if you're playing this, but
no, if I was going to lean anything, it would be the Packers. I think
that Tennessee threw your mindset off.
Yeah, well, it's just kind of I think Tennessee's a better team, so
yeah.
Hopefully they can win by 2 scores. Still control the ball, but anyway, yeah, I don't believe in the Steelers. I said week 1, even though they won, they came back and won that game against Buffalo. I was like, they look terrible. They look terrible that whole first half.
Yeah.
So for me, give me the Packers here. Packers are at home. If I'm going to lean anything, it'll be the Packers.
For sure. I like them straight too. Not even just on the teaser. I think they roll here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Josh, we know no Lane Johnson, man, is starting to come out, man. It's a huge loss here to this defensive. I mean, this offensive line. Same shit. You know what I mean? Just another. You know what I mean? Another story right now. Possibly the game of the week. Tom Brady goes back to New England. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at New England. The line is currently at 6.5. Favorite to Tampa. I love Tampa in this spot. You know what I mean? I really do. I love Tampa. He's coming off a loss. Could have been easier look ahead. Didn't even think about that last week to this big game. It's going to be a lot of emotion here. How do you not welcome back Tom Brady? He's not going to get booed in New England. It's going to be like a home game for Tom. He knows, obviously, that whole stadium in and out. He's going to get the red carpet rolled out for him, as he should, in New England. And then you have Matt Jones on the other end. I don't see this game even being close. I think Tampa Bay rolls here big time. Lock it in.
I agree 100%. That's a tough game here for the Patriots. Tampa Bay coming off a loss. I mean, they'll be ready to go. Tampa Bay will be ready to go up there. I think it's a record-breaking game for Tom Brady too.
Is it? To pass Breeze.
Pass Breeze and all-time passing yards. So the motivation's there. I think no Gronk is huge, but I mean, there's so many weapons on that team. This could be a big Antonio Brown day.
As AB playing,
might want to look at some props there for Antonio Brown.
Yeah, it's just too many weapons. Godwin, Evans, AB. I mean, I think they have a legit backup tight end though. Mm-hmm. Is it Howard? Is it OJ Howard?
Yeah, OJ Howard. Yeah, when he gets on the field.
Yeah, so I think they roll here. I don't. New England, Matt Jones that's systematic, and not even that. Tom knows this offense in and out. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So just having him on the sideline helping the defensive coordinators, it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly, man. So I love Tampa Bay here, man. Lock it in.
And that Bills game's at 18 right now. That's so crazy.
What'd you say?
The Bills game's at 18.
Yeah, it's just ticking up. You know what I mean? It's just ticking up. It's just because they're going to get that Stephon Diggs, anytime touchdown. Mm-hmm. Looking solid, y'all. Looking real solid.
Is there any first half plays you like?
The Chiefs.
Besides the Chiefs, first half.
The Chiefs.
Any totals? Any totals you looking at?
Like team totals or
no? Just totals on game totals.
Well, the game totals was the Giants and the Saints it's at 41.5, so that's ticking down a little bit, and the Jets and the Titans game with that line getting a little bit tighter. Those were the two top ones that I would probably be kind of looking at. And then I do like the over with the Cardinals and the Rams game. Even though that's one of the highest of the week, I do like the over. And then even in the Chiefs and Eagles game, it's at 54.5. All right, so let's break. It's at 54.5, and we just lost our starting left tackle. What is this game going to be 40-10? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we really going to, like, it's 54.5.
I did take the team total under Philadelphia Eagles. Although the Kansas City Chiefs defense has been horrible, I did take the under team total for Eagles under 23.5. I don't think they reached 23.5. I did put that in there.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. So, I mean, just looking at it, and we talked about the team total for Buffalo with that line starting to tick up to almost fucking 20 points.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I mean? We're talking about, it's 31. That 31.5 seems good. So, that's kind of where my head's at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I actually like in this next game, Monday night game, last game of the slate, Raiders and Chargers. The line is San Diego -3. Total is 51.5. I kind of like the total here over here too as well. Raiders put up decent points. And right now Carr's playing, like he wants to be considered in the MVP conversation.
You say you like the over, right?
Yeah, I like the over.
Yeah, I mean both of these guys can put up points.
Yeah.
The over looks good there in that Monday Night Football game. I don't know what side because they both, I think this is a rivalry game for these guys. Raiders is going to LA. It's going to be loud there. Primetime game, so the Bolts versus the Skulls. It should be a really interesting game. I see them both hitting the 20s, and you should get over that 51 total easy.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right, I think we went through the whole slate. Wouldn't have been long today, but it's already 12 o'clock. We saw some updates come through. Crazy what happened to the Birds, man. So try to enjoy the festivities. Make sure you guys actually jump on. Let me get here. Jump on FanUp, man. It's our new sponsorship with FanUp. If you're liking the football season, I know the Eagles are sad, but you're still in the flex fantasy contest is crazy. So you don't have to be an expert or anything like that. Super easy, quick, fun. And there's no salary caps. That's the best thing about the FanUp app. There's no salary caps, waivers, or drafts. It just allows you to be a fan. If you think you got what it takes, sign up. You could win, share some money. They got prizes as well. Like they got Louis bags. They got crazy fan memorabilia from Fanatics. I'm sorry. They got a Peloton. They got like mirrors. Go download the FanUp app on the Apple Store. Jump in the game. You want to be a player? You got to play the game. Got to play to win, man. Mm-hmm. Thank you, everybody, for jumping on, man. Hope you guys won some money. If you're part of the memberships are out. Willie Vegas already sent his DFS FanDuels. So make sure y'all go listen to those quick videos. Get the plays of the day. MoneyPot Podcast, Bdiddy, Moss Money, man. Hope you guys win some money. Good luck, man.
Yeah.
Let's go. This ain't the fuck like oh, this game he stinks.
Oh shit.